some of the things you talk about cutting property taxes and bolstering public safety in the city. Those are important things.
Well, you know, it's been remarkable. When I left office, property taxes collected $58 million. 2007, it nearly doubled. And yet in that entire period of time, we never had enough police officers. And in that entire period of time, St. Petersburg was a safer city when I left council in 2001. Today, the crime rate is higher in St. Petersburg than it is in Miami and Tampa. And that's a tragedy when you look at all these tax dollars collected that were not put into public safety. What were they doing? They were tucking them in these other little fund balances. For what purpose? You know, let's give that money back to the small business owners who were really crushed with these property taxes. Let's give them back the money. They need the money now, so perhaps they can hire back that worker or hire somebody new, and then use the additional funds to get additional officers out there so that we can make our businesses and our neighborhoods safe, to attract people to stay here, to attract customers to come shop at our shops. Now's the time.
Well, I heard you just received the endorsement by the firefighters.
I'm honored by that endorsement. You know, as I told them, if you've ever taken care of a child with a burn scrub, it's $2 Valium for the child and $2 Valium for me. I mean, public safety is really important, and our firefighters put their lives on the line every time there's a fire. And of course, our EMS first responders make all the difference. We remember when it was the hearse that showed up to pick up the body, and then the hearses were painted red and white, and that was the beginning of our ambulance. You no longer went over for an accident to just pick up the body. We could actually save people. And so it's just wonderful to know we have such qualified folks out there prepared, ready to help the citizens of St. Petersburg. So that is a very special endorsement for me, because I do understand what they do, and I am proud of their effort, and I want to make sure they're supported. I just cannot believe that they were going out with only 2 folks on those ladder trucks. They know better. That's not the national standard, and it certainly shouldn't be our city standard. We've got enough money to pay enough people to get out there, so we need to do that.
Well, I have to tell you, I was very excited that you might vote, that you would vote against the parking meters.
Well, that's just such a travesty,
Oh,
because they were actually, I think, losing money in the whole parking system at some point in time. You know, they're ugly and they're a hassle. They're just really not necessary. When we had time-limited parking, depending on what the merchants needed in order to get the customers to flow through, and you know, there's a little bit of tweaking, and you continually have to do it because businesses change. And I know sometimes folks don't want to have to do the homework. Oh, I wish it were all the standard. I wish I knew what it was. And we'll continue to look at that to see what works. But I think when we're an urban area where we want our downtown businesses to succeed, we've got to be sensitive to that. And that's a real barrier for our downtown businesses. Time to go.
Is there anything else you would like to tell us?
Well, I think we have such a wonderful community. I mean, it really is a wonderful city. St. Petersburg is just marvelous. We have an incredible view, unbelievable waterfront park system, wonderful parks, neighbors that really do care for each other and our community. We just need a little help to get us through the tough times, and I'd be honored to lead the city through these times.
What's next for Kathleen Ford? Besides the obvious, but let's say a little further down the road.
Well, I really would like to have a Christmas tree farm someday. That I think would be fun, with a Christmas shop or a bakery. I'm thinking about those ideas. So we'll see what happens.